contemporary in the modern world.
In this season, maybe you heard of it. I sure you hope so because you live in one of its seven continents. So hold up for a trip to Europe.
All about Europe. About 4,000 miles away from the United States sat the continent of Europe. Europe is bordered by the Mediterranean Sea at the south, Asia on the east, Arctic Ocean on the north, and Atlantic Ocean on the west. Europe is made up of 50 countries, and all of those 50 countries fit inside the area that are relatively the same as the United States. Even though Europe is the second smallest continent on Earth, it has the third highest population with 742 million people living there. Europe is densely populated. Dense means closely compacted. So in many other countries in Europe, people live closely together instead of individual houses with yard. People live in apartment buildings. Europe is second to the smallest continent, but for its size and populations, it takes third place right behind Asia and Africa. Europe is also the birthplace of some of the most famous civilization ever. Although it is second smallest continent, Europe welcomes almost half of the tourists worldwide.
Europe had the longest river that serves as an important commercial waterways on the continent. It is used by cargoes on ships carrying supplies to and from the various countries. Europe is also known for its industrial revolution, using machines to make the work of people easier and fast.
Europe has diverse people, so as the animals living there. But due to globalizations and innovations, some animals are in verge of extinctions. As globalization is inevitable, one of the considering factors that affects the extinctions of animals in the place is due to climate changes. Beginning in 1993, 28 countries in Europe joined together to form something called European Union. Some of its purpose is to promote peace and encourage the use of technology and innovation in science, and lastly, to protect the environment. Europe, they use euro for currency. It is another name for money. 19 of the country in Europe use euro. As mentioned that Europe has 50 countries, each countries have different tourist destinations which make them famous around the world. Some of these are the Eiffel Tower, the Acropolis, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Cliffs of Moher, and Sagrada Familia. and also the St. Basil Cathedral.
Packed.
Generally, globalization is seen as a very positive phenomenon for Europe. Europe would continue to benefit from being one of the open economies in the world. But competition from developed and emerging countries is intensified.
The way Europe will benefit from globalization is clearly associated with its openness. Global growth will open up Europe's exporters and competitives to access vital imports.
Packed.
All instruments of external economic policy need to be deployed to Europe's growth through participation in open and fair markets worldwide.
A part of the growth that Europe needs to generate over the next decades will need to come from the emerging economies as their middle classes develop and import goods and services in which the European Union has a comparative advantage.
Sa biggest trading bloc in the world, the EU prospers by being open to the world and paying close attention to what other developed or emerging economies are doing and anticipate or adapt to future trends.
No wonder, the tourism is one of the driving forces behind Europe's growing economy.
Beverages, cars, tasty bread, castle, musical orchestra. Indeed, Europe offers a lot.
Packed. 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 Packed.